All right, we are back in action here. Hopefully you guys can see my screen. Awesome. If you can't, just shoot me a message. Hopefully I'll be able to see it here. But thank you guys for joining, whether you're joining via Facebook, like I said, or Zoom webinar. We are so grateful to have you. And tonight is all about skin. It's all about education. It's all about learning about our skin and what we can do. And this is going to be brief, you guys. It's going to be quick. It's going to be quick information. I just want to touch on some of my favorite things about skincare and different things you guys can implement. This is going to be super easy to implement, I promise, because I am not a big skincare junkie, like I was saying. I love makeup, 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 makeup. That is where Starstruck stemmed. That's where what I love, right? But I realize that with makeup, you have to have a good skincare routine and a good canvas to put the makeup on. So for me, I really took the time and dove deep into a few different skincare lines and learned them and want to educate you guys on those. So that's what tonight is all about. So for those of you that do not know me, or if you're watching this live, or however you got connected here, my name is Jenny Fries and I'm the owner of Starstruck Artistry LLC. So what is Starstruck? We are an on-demand hair and makeup service. So we do a lot all throughout Wisconsin. This past weekend we were in Washington Island, so we do destinations. I've been to Mexico, New York, all over. So we do so much and we go on location. So we come to you for either, may it be a special event, a bridal service, photo shoot, whatever it looks like, we can do hair and makeup. I work with a team of about 10 that we come out and do this for you. I do offer in-studio services as well. So we have a lot of consultations that are now in studio or virtual. We're learning how to mix this up, right, and do things in whatever way the world is working. We can be there for you guys. So we have consultations in skincare, like we'll be talking about tonight, wellness, makeup lessons, hairstyling, and we also do eyelash extensions in studio, and we also offer customized cosmetics. So that is really what we do and what we love. And our biggest thing is education. I love educating my artists, my clients, myself, all of it, to give you guys a better understanding of different topics. And tonight just happens to be skincare, but we did one that, not too long ago that was all about eyes. So really it's just taking bits and pieces and slowly implementing, giving you educational pieces so you can implement them into your routines and your regimens. So at Starstruck Artistry, we carry an array of skincare products because we do understand that not every skincare line is going to be ideal for everybody, right? And I was just talking to somebody and it was really funny because they said, well, I had a reaction to a certain line, and I said, well, this is why we carry so many at Starstruck, because of this exact reason, because everything we use is hypoallergenic and it's very good for the skin, but if you have a specific allergy to a certain ingredient, you can't use that line or that product. So that's where this comes into play and where we can offer so many, and that's why we do. The other big thing is all of these lines that we chose to partner with at Starstruck Artistry come from one main company called marketamericashop.com. And why I bring that up is because I like to talk about the concept behind it, which is a product brokerage concept. And what that means is that we don't manufacture, Lumiere DeVie doesn't manufacture their products, Skill Intelligence doesn't manufacture it, marketamericashop.com doesn't manufacture any of the products. We work with multiple different manufacturers to get the best of the products in the skincare arena. So we will get the best moisturizers, the best serums, all these different things with the best ingredients with science backing it. And we don't have to pay for that manufacturing. So we don't get stuck with products that aren't going to sell. We're going to move with what's new and move with the trends that are coming. And it's so exciting. So that's what I love. That's one of the main reasons. And you hear me talk about that with Modus Cosmetics as well, which is our cosmetic line we chose to align ourselves with at the studio. And all of this is because of that reason, is because we can get the best of everything. And we know for our clients that we want to offer them the best products, but also at good pricing, right? So all these products you see are going to be very high quality and very high quality ingredients. The price points with the skincare will differ a little bit. Skin Intelligence being our most affordable line, but still so high quality, and Lumiere and Timeless Prescription being a little bit more on the higher end price point, but still under what you're going to see at your typical Sephora or Ulta. So we like to keep it reasonable. I'm going to touch on a couple of the lines here. So Lumiere DeVie is a botanical line derived from the sea, and it's just really great for all skin types. So I'm going to be talking a ton about this line tonight. But what you're going to see is what I'm going to talk about tonight, you can use whatever you're using at home and implement it in this way. So I'm going to talk about the basic, the skin types, the basic way to use different products. Implement what you're doing. If you see that you need to update, something's expired, you need something new, that's where we come in, where we get to sit down and figure out what's going to be the best fit for you. But Lumiere de Vie is really just a high quality, awesome line. Like I said, affordable pricing, but so many great products for treatments, for eye balms and serums and all different stuff, which I'll touch on. Timeless Prescription is going to be more geared towards acne prone skin, but I use a lot of their products as well. So it's still can be for a lot of people or skin types, but it is geared more towards acne prone skin. Cellular Laboratories or Cell Labs is what I like to call it, is going to be more of that anti-aging, preventative, digging deep into different treatments as well. So it's going to be for all the skin types, but there's going to be a lot more treatment-based products in that line. Skintelligence, like I said, is going to be our most affordable line that we offer in studio. And that's what I love, is there's something for everybody. Skintelligence, truly, everybody can use it. This is a great starter line. If you really don't know where to start, don't want to spend a ton of money, this is where you go. And I'm going to be talking a ton tonight about Lumiere de Vie and Skintelligence. Those are by far two of my favorites. I love the other ones as well, but I use a lot of those products. Now in the middle, I put one of my favorite lines, which is the Lumiere de Vie Homes. So it is actually a line geared towards men. So I do feel like men get a short end of the stick when it comes to skincare, but as you know, it's a growing industry for men and they want to take care of themselves just like we all do. So I think maybe on some other night I could do a skincare just geared towards men. I think Dan would love to come in if he's watching. Maybe he's commenting on my Facebook, but he would love to come in and probably share with the products that I probably make him use on a regular basis, but he has no idea what they do, but he knows how to use them. So that's the most important part. But these are just some of the lines that we're going to be talking about. But like I said, take what I give you guys tonight and just start implementing it now with what you have at home. And like I said, if there's something that you need to get updated or you want to try something new, this is where we can come in and kind of help you with that. There we go. So just touching very quickly, I mean, this is just kind of what I've learned, I'm not an esthetician, I'm a cosmetologist. Although being a cosmetologist, we have the license to do all skincare, facials, all that stuff. It was just never my true passion, but I know it plays such a big role in what we do with makeup. So these are just, I have a hair on my face. These are just the skin types that I want to touch on. So normal skin type, this is what we all strive to have, right? Balanced. We're neither dry nor oily. We're blemish free, non-sensitive. We have a smooth surface. This is where we want to get, all of our skin to at some point, is that normalized skin, right? But it's hard because a lot of us, throughout the years, our skin can change. Maybe part of the year our skin can be normalized, but then in the winter it gets more dry, summer more oily. So this is where, we learn and we figure out the best way to get it to be normalized is to, start a good skincare routine and use products. And I do believe that we can get almost all of the skin normalized with the right products and the right treatments. So a combination skin is going to be dry in some areas, oily in others. You're going to notice probably more of the oil in the T-zone, across the cheeks, the nose, the bridge, and the top of the forehead. You're going to probably notice that you do break out more easily, irritated more easily, and occasionally you may see enlarged pores. Oily skin, you're going to see shiny, greasy appearance. You're going to probably have more, I don't want to say that you're usually oily right away, right off the bat. Now, if you notice oil throughout the day, it may be that you're dry, you have drier skin, but your skin's producing more oil to kind of help with the dryness. So there's different things that happen with skin, and I've learned along the way that it depends on what's happening, and that's where I can step in and kind of help or point you in the right direction with a esthetician as well. I have a lot of connections that way. But, shiny, greasy appearance, you may have enlarged pores. That's a big thing, is if you look and you have larger pores, which is something that I've always had. But I always thought I had more drier skin, but in reality, I had more oily skin. You're prone to redness, pimples, blackheads, and you really don't have any dry patches. Another key thing is maybe you notice that your skin is tight feeling, and that can be a sign of being oily as well. Dry skin, we all know this, right? More in the winter time. Some people have it all year round. Flaky, dry skin surface, fine lines. You may develop fine lines more easily. Pores are barely visible, so that is one good thing with dry skin, right? You have barely any pores, and skin can also be easily irritated. So if you notice these things, oily, dry, when they're not balanced, it's going to be a little more irritated. You're going to have more sensitivity. Sensitive skin. So it's not actually a skin type, but it's a common skin condition, which is skin conditions are a whole nother thing. But I did want to throw this in here because you may experience stinging, burning, or itching, may be more reactive or easily irritated. You may blush or flush very easily. There's things that other skin conditions, such as rosacea or different things that eczema that you notice, those are skin conditions, not skin types. And sensitive skin is a skin condition as well, but I did want to throw it in there so you guys kind of know the difference of what that is. And how important it is when you do have that. Another big thing I do want to touch on is when you do try new skincare products, or makeup products for that matter, but a lot with skincare, sometimes your skin can actually break out in the beginning of using them. I say give it a couple weeks and see. If you notice breakouts or anything, your skin may just be detoxing and pushing all the bad stuff out because you're giving your skin maybe some good nutrients that it needs and it's pulling out all that icky stuff. So give it a little bit. I don't recommend changing skincare routines too close to a big event. I do a lot of weddings, so don't, if you have something big going on, at least a month, if not more, ahead of time. I like to meet with my brides at least 3 months ahead of time if I can, if the schedule allows, so I can get them on a good skincare routine and offer these services and different products. And I'll talk about a few things that I really love going into, with the bridal routines as well. So I just want to touch on skin routine steps. So if you're anything like me, I have a basic routine. I have a very basic routine and I've learned to implement more. But if you are coming from the arena that maybe you just use bar soap on your face, and that is totally okay. This is where we're here to educate you guys. So don't feel ashamed about what you're doing or whatever it looks like. Maybe you just use, clean and clear or whatever it is. That's fine. This is where you're going to get education. You're going to figure out why some products are better than others, right? But we don't know what we don't know. So we want to learn, and basic routine is fine. And I tell people, if this is all we can start with, that's perfect. And if you don't have a lot of stuff going on, just start with this. Start with these 3 steps. It's pretty easy. I promise you. And, the 28 days of skin we're going to be implementing, I have a private group, which I'll talk about at the end, that you can join and jump in for this 28 days for this next month or so. Why are we doing it for 28 days? If you can start a new habit for 28 days, you have more and more likely to keep that habit going. That's why they picked that amount. That's one of the reasons why they picked the 28 days of skin routine. So, but the basic routine is going to be cleansing, toning, and moisturizing. Twice a day if you can. If you're really far out, and believe me, I was there. I started this way. Do it once. Do it at night. Start there. Then start doing it 2 times a day. And then, once you get that down, then add in, the enhanced routine where you're adding in serums, exfoliations, SPF, all these different things. But I'm telling you, if you start with too much, you will not continue to do it. So that's, for me, when somebody comes in for skincare, I said, if you're not on a regular routine, we'll start you on there. I'm not going to add in all the extra stuff yet. We're going to start slow. And some people hate that, but I'm going to tell you that it's going to get you in the right direction faster, because you're going to stick with, and you're going to get good results because you're going to stick with what you're doing. And honestly, going from a routine like that, a cleanse, toning, and moisturizing, if you're not using anything like that, you're going to notice a big difference. Your skin's going to be smoother to the touch. It's going to, if you're picking the right things for your skin type, which I can help with, you're going to start noticing results and helping with that skin type, helping it get more normal. That enhanced routine, step 1 is going to be cleansing, like I talked about. Step 2 only happens about 2 to 3 times a week. You don't want to exfoliate too much, and it depends on your skin type. But exfoliating is 2 times a week. Step 3 is toning your skin or normalizing it. Step 4 is going to be adding in the serums, the eye balms, all the treatment products. Step 5, you're going to moisturize. And step 6 is where you add your SPF. And I normally only do that in the morning. And then we'll talk about that later. And then, you know, you can add your makeup routine after that. So step one, I'm going to go through all these steps, why they're important, what we do, and then a couple products that I recommend and that I use personally. Everything on here is things that I use personally, or I've used or tried or, you know, implemented in some way with my clients. So I will never recommend something to my clients that I have not tried or I do not, I have not, you know, have good knowledge about. So cleansing, why is this important and why is it important to do it 2 times a day? You're going to want to do it when you wake up. I keep my cleanser in the shower. So when I take a shower, I wash my face. And then at night, I will take my makeup off with a makeup remover wipe and wash my face. Now, when you're removing makeup, and I could say this both for morning and night, but for sure, this is a big thing and you guys can implement this. When you remove makeup, wash your face twice. So use a makeup remover wipe and get it off. Wash your face once, get off all the makeup, then go in and wash your face again twice. So the second time you wash it, if you notice the first time when you wash your face and you pat it with a towel, there's going to be makeup and residue and stuff on the towel. Now, the second time you go in, you should really be able to feel like when I do this, you can almost feel it's like squeaky clean. So your face is actually getting really squeaky clean and the makeup's off. And that dirt is now coming off. So it is important to do it twice when you're taking off makeup. If you're not a big makeup wearer, you can probably get away with once, but try it, see what happens. And with the products that I use, very little is required. So you're not going through a bunch of extra product. You need very little product to work throughout your face. But that is a key thing with cleansing. 2 of the products I love, one of them being Lumiere de Vie Facial Cleanser. So this is going to be great for all skin types. It thoroughly cleanses the skin, leaving it feeling refreshed, helps reduce the appearance of rough, dry skin, leaving it looking softer and smoother. This is going to be, like I said, great for all skin types, but this is going to be really good for dry skin as well going into winter time. This is great. I love the consistency of it. It's smooth, it's silky. Your face just feels so soft after. I love it. Now the second one, I always like to have a couple different products because everybody likes different things and everybody's skin reacts different ways. So the Skintelligence Hydroderm Deep Cleansing Emulsion, this honestly is what I use 9 out of 10 times. I love the Lumiere de Vie as well, but this one is good because I love this one because it's a little bit better for, more oily skin. It's going to loosen and clean away dirt, makeup, and oils, and it's going to almost emulsify and really almost kind of exfoliate on its own with this. It has a little bit of a different consistency. It's more of a milky, creamy consistency. So it's going to be not as sudsy. You're not going to notice as much suds and it's a different feeling. So you have to get used to it. I do tell people this is different. It may not feel like it's cleaning as much, but it really is. It's going to be a gentle formula that effectively cleanses without stripping the skin of natural protective agents. So it's very gentle on the skin. This is something I do recommend for teens all the way to adults. It's a great line and it's good for people that are just starting out and a great price point. It's water soluble and it does not clog pores, and it's fortified with aloe vera, chamomile, and lavender to soothe the skin while it cleanses. So this is awesome because it's very soothing. And it works well with acne prone skin or, like I said, with teenagers or pretty much any skin type, but it's going to give you a little bit more like of that exfoliation feel and emulsification. So it's really going to dig deep and clean. So that's really why I like to do it. I am a makeup wearer, so this is a nice one to implement with that and really clean deep. Now, exfoliating, like I said, I'm going to talk a little bit about exfoliating. This is new to me. This is something new I've learned. I'm not an esthetician. I am licensed to do all that, but I don't. But I would like to keep myself educated in this. So exfoliation typically is great to happen about 2 to 3 times a week. It usually goes by the person. Some people can get away with more, some people less. You just kind of have to see, and that's where we can sit down one-on-one and really figure out what the best fit will be for you with the exfoliation process. Now, for me, right now, I'm going through, which I'll show in the next slide, a product that I'm using almost every single day, probably almost 5 times a week, because I really want that feeling of just getting a facial, which I'll talk about. But first, I'm going to talk about the mechanical or manual exfoliation, which is going to involve using a hard substance to manually remove dead skin cells. You've probably used mechanical exfoliation products without even realizing it if you use cleansers or other skincare products that contain microbeads. So anything with microbeads or like sugar scrubs or all of volcanic scrubs, which I'm going to talk about, all these different things are going to exfoliate the skin and kind of break up that skin and take that top layer off and really get rid of that and make it look fresh and polished. So one of my favorite mechanical exfoliations is Illumine de Vie Volcanic Exfoliating Mask. It's going to exfoliate the skin for a refined, smoother, more radiant exposure. It promotes healthy cell renewal for fresher, more vibrant looking skin. So this is why we get facials. So we, are constantly moving these cells and regenerating them so they get new and they look more refreshed. It's going to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. It reduces the appearance of imperfections, irregularities, and signs of aging, if I can talk. Soothes and hydrates the skin with, here's one thing I cannot pronounce all of these skincare ingredients, but I know what they do. Allantoin, sweet almond oil, olive fruit oil, and beta-glucan, and which that ingredient is what is in a lot of exfoliating mechanical products. Antioxidants from green tea and bilberry hemp reduce the effects of environmental stress on the skin. So many good things happening. This is something when you put it on, and this is what you're going to see with mechanical or manual exfoliation, you're going to have to manually do it. So you're going to rub it on and you're going to do it not hard. You're going to do it very lightly. And I know sometimes you want to really dig in there and really get that skin, but that can actually do damage on your skin. So you want to just lightly go over it in circular motions and all throughout your skin. So that's why it's the mechanical or the manual exfoliation, because you're manually doing that. Now the next is going to be a chemical exfoliation, which I'm going to talk about. And this is one of my new favorite things I love to do on my skin. And this is going to utilize acids or enzymes to remove dead skin cells. So this is something that you're not, it's going to be done more so in salons and spas for facials. You're going to see a lot of the chemical exfoliation happening. Now this product I'm going to talk to you guys about is my new favorite product that I've just been implementing. And it's one thing that I just started putting in my routine that does not take me a lot of time. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted about it and I was raving about it. But what this is, and I've got it right here actually, I can show you guys. So it's 2 different containers. They come together. And I'm not kidding you when I say this. I did this for a week straight. So every single day for a week. And I felt after that like I just got a facial. So it is amazing. And it is something that I don't know why I didn't try sooner, because it is my favorite thing. This is something I recommend for brides. This is something they can use a month before their wedding every single day if they have a normal skin type and we talk ahead of time, but use it and their skin will be awesome when it comes to putting on makeup on the day of the wedding. So it's going to promote smoother, younger looking skin. It supports skin thickness. It preserves skin's water balance, soothes skin. It's going to help combat negative effects of pollution, UV rays. A 4.0 pH is optimized for maximum effectiveness and safety. What I love is that it's dosed in pads. So there's these little pads that are in here. I'll show you guys. And you take one out. So it's a dose. So 1 pad equals 1 serving, if you want to say, or dose. And you're going to use that. So there, right on here, it says I don't know if you can see, step 1 is the first one. And step 2. So you're going to take the first pad, 1 pad, and you're going to start in circular motions and rub it on your face for a few minutes. Depending on your skin type, there's instructions that go along with it to tell you how long. You're going to rub it all over, and you can kind of feel it working. It's like a little tingly a little bit. And I don't want to say like prickly, but a little tingly. You feel it activating, and you're going to put that on. You're going to leave it on for up to 3 minutes. Then you go in, and this step is very important. You must go in with step 2. You never not go in with step 2. So step 2 is going to neutralize it. So that first step is going to be that chemical exfoliation. It's going to be exfoliating while you're leaving it on. And you only want to leave it on for up to 3 minutes, like I said. But then you go on with the second pad and you're just going to neutralize it. So you're going to rub it all over like you did with the first one, and you're good to go. So I love this. I use it typically at night in my routine, but it can be used at any point. And then you just throw away those applicator pads in the garbage, and they're so easy to use and get rid of, and they come in these super nifty containers and with the step 1 and step 2 already on there. It's going to visibly reduce pore size and may help prevent breakouts by supporting normal oil production. And I do have to say, when I first started using this, like I said, like anything, it was a new product. My skin was kind of getting used to it. But now that I've gone, I mean, a week in, and I felt like I just got a facial. My skin felt so smooth to the touch, and my pores were minimized, and I loved it. Clean, even, firm texture. It's going to provide professional quality exfoliation. Like I was saying, I feel like I just walked out of the salon and spa and got a facial. It's going to remove dead skin cells, and neutralizer helps give skin a smooth, healthy appearance. Kind of gives that glowy, radiant look. So this is one of my new things that I've implemented. And if you guys are a part of the 28-day challenge, which we're going to be starting in my private group or through Modus Cosmetics, you will see it on there as well. And all it is, you guys, is just implementing one new thing for 28 days. And whether that be a 3-step skincare routine because you're not doing anything, or maybe you are doing stuff and you just want to implement one new product. That's all it's about, implementing one new thing. So for me, this was my one new thing I wanted to implement, and I did. I took before pictures. I'm excited to share after. So it's going to be so fun. We're going to be posting all this stuff in there, but this is the one product that I chose to start implementing in my skincare routine, and it was fun for me, and I started seeing awesome results. So the next step is going to be toning. Now, if you're not going to be exfoliating, this step is going to happen after cleansing. So toning is so important, and for so many years, I did not do it. So I'm going to tell you why it's so important is because your skin, first of all, when you wash your skin, your pH of your skin changes. So when you're putting water on it, when you're putting anything on it, it's going to change the pH. What toning does is it brings your pH back to the normal range, so then it can absorb other products like serums, moisturizers, SPFs, anything, makeup, whatever, better. And even I will use this for sure when I'm doing makeup on clients for bridal and photo shoots, because the makeup's going to adhere better. Everything is going to go on better once the skin is normalized. So this is something I always have in my personal professional kit, and that I use on myself every single day. There's many, many toners. This is one of my favorites. It can be used for so many different things, but this is just one of them. There are many other ones, and depending on which I'll talk about different skincare bundles at the end, but there's different ones. They're all great, but this is just one I wanted to touch on. So this is going to exfoliate dead and dull looking skin cells and remove traces of dirt and other makeup. So I'm telling you, even if you wash 2 times, you still might be leaving stuff behind, even if you're exfoliating. This is going to go in and remove everything and make sure that there's no clogged pores. It's going to condition the skin after cleansing it. So it's going to put hydration back in the skin. And of course, like I said, maintaining that normal pH. It's going to hydrate it it contains 3 effective moisturizers in there. I'm not even going to try to say these words, but they're all very great ingredients. Like I said, I know what they do. I don't know how to say them. And that's what's important, right? And it actually does make a great hair conditioner after shampooing. I use it as a detangler for my niece's hair a lot of times, because that's what I've got in the house, and completely water soluble, so it will not clog your pores, and it is alcohol free. So that's a Skintelligence pH skin normalizer. But toning is very important, and if it's something you don't do, please start implementing it. And by toning, I do not mean using like those little, I remember as a kid or as a teenager, I would use those little pads. I don't know if they were like OxyClean or whatever, and you put them on and they would burn your face. So that's not great for your skin, or witch hazel, maybe some people use. That's not great because it's actually burning your skin, because it feels like it's burning. And a lot of times if it's painful, it's probably not the best for it. Like I said, the exfoliator kind of tingled. That's okay, but we don't want it burning, right? Because that could be bad for the skin. So we want something gentle. We want something that's going to hydrate the skin and put that pH back as well, and not strip the skin completely. So serums. So serums are something that I just started implementing as well the last couple years, and you know, a lot are more anti-aging, and I do realize I need to start implementing more of these. And what I like to say is, let's say if I'm talking to you guys that you do implement a lot of skincare, and if you don't, that's okay. So this will go over your head, but if you do already implement a lot and you're using different serums, a key thing I can recommend is use them starting the lightest to thickest, I believe, unless I'm saying that backwards, but I believe that's how you would apply them. So depending on different steps, and I can send you different steps and different ways to apply different serums. So just let me know. We're just kind of going over the basics and some of my favorite things and different things that I would implement into my routine. So if you have questions, feel free to reach out. I will check the chat when we're done so I can answer any questions. But we can go over all of that as well at a later date. So some of the things you're going to see for serums right now, a big serum that is trending and people are using is vitamin C serum. So that is a serum that so many people are using and they're implementing, and it's really awesome because I think it's great for almost everybody. I love the Lumiere de Brightening C Serum. It's going to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, which who doesn't want that? Reduce the appearance of dark spots. So that brightening effect in there is going to reduce anything that's going to brighten is going to help reduce any dark spots as well. And like I said, brighten the skin for healthy looking complexion, helps maintain skin elasticity and suppleness, and promotes a healthy looking complexion, strong antioxidant properties. Vitamin C serum, if you don't know what serum to start implementing, you can't go wrong with vitamin C. I just bought this new one, this brightening C serum, so I'm excited to implement that into my new routine and let you know how that works. I've used other ones, but this one is awesome. It's got the correct level. So when all of these products I talk about, you guys, and this is something I encourage you to get educated on anything you guys are using, look at the ingredients, look at the science behind them. And I know, like vitamin C, there's a certain amount of vitamin C, I think it's 20%, but don't quote me on that, that has to be in the product for it to work. For, when you see all these claims and claim to fame for vitamin C and it does this, that, or the other thing, there has to be so much in there. And a lot of products don't have the required amount that's going to get you the result producing properties that you want. So look for that, making sure you know how much needs to be in it and how much is in the product. Now I can guarantee you that anything that I partner with within these lines, if it says it's got that ingredient in there, it's going to have the right amount in there. So that's something that, go to your to a professional and find out, does it have X amount of ingredients in there, what's in it, what are the active ingredients, what is all in there. And I believe that every skincare line should have their ingredients, their active ingredients, everything posted right on the website, which for every product I use, it's there. I don't align myself with anything that doesn't show that. I want full transparency, and you won't see that in every line. It's going to be sometimes harder to find it and dig. So I don't want to say that's a warning for some things, but just throwing it out there that you might want to just look into that and look at the ingredients. The next serum I want to chat about is more of a treatment serum. So it's a needle-free serum. And this is something I'm going to get this and I'm going to keep it in my professional kit because I've heard so many great things about it because it has an instant effect. So it's got ingredients in it that's going to give you that instant tightening effect. So it's going to kind of, like it says, that Botox in a bottle. I don't want to call it that, but that's kind of that tightening and instant effect. So it's got ingredients that's going to offer that. But the best part is you are going to have ingredients also in there that are going to give you long-term results. So not only are you going to see that instant effect, but you're going to see long-term results as well, even better. So that's something that's so important when looking into serums is you want probably that instant gratification, but you also want something that's going to give you the long-term gratification as well. So looking for those two different things. So this is going to help skin look firm, reduce the appearance of wrinkles, provides that quick tightening effect for taut-looking skin, helps calm and soothe sensitive skin, hydrates skin so it looks smoother and more supple. So that's something that I love. I'm going to keep that on hand as well. It's going to be a new product I'm going to implement for my clients on this 28-day skin challenge. So that's something I'm going to add in. The next thing is something tried and true. If you guys have ever visited me at my studio, I've probably used this on you if I've done makeup on you. It's the Lumiere de Pore Minimizing Serum. So what this is this is going to go in. It's a universal product for any skin type, any skin tone, and it's going to minimize the look of fine lines, blurs out those, and minimizes pores. So instantly softens the appearance of pores and wrinkles. It's one universal shade. Like I was talking about, it's going to give you a light coverage, but nothing crazy. So this is a perfect product going, if you're going into summertime or a vacation that you just want a tiny bit of coverage to blur everything out. This is great. You can set it with a powder if you want. It's going to be infused with peptides that help reduce the appearance of wrinkles, moisturize, and eliminate shine. So this is also going to be great for dry skin because it's going to give you moisture, but it's going to be great for oily skin. So this is going to be great if you remember me talking about combination skin. This is a great product because it's going to give you the best of both worlds in that, eliminating the shine, but also giving the moisture. It can be worn alone for a no makeup look or underneath your favorite Motives foundation for the perfect base. And it can be used as a primer as well. I've used it that way because sometimes primers for oilier skin aren't ideal because they'll add a little bit of unnecessary product on there. And this is perfect for that replacement. Reducing a smooth finish, reducing makeup slippage into fine lines. So it's going to kind of, it's a perfect product to use before you put on makeup. This would be one I would say use in the morning before you put your makeup on, like this SPF that I'm going to talk about. So I love that one. One of my favorite things, I keep it in my kit at all times and use it on almost everybody, and definitely brides, and it gives them a flawless look throughout the day and helps the makeup stay on all day as well. The next one, if you have no idea where to start, what to do, or what serum to try, I'm going to recommend this one. This is called the Skin Perfecting Complex by Skintelligence. I think it retails for around $35 or $40, so it's very, very affordable. It's going to last a very long time. I've had this for a while, and as you can see, it's not even halfway gone. And you just need a little tiny couple drops in there. So I love this one. It's going to provide super hydration to skin cells. It significantly reduces the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and other visible signs of aging, promotes the normal repair of skin cells, and contains sodium hyaluronate to promote normal healing as well. So this is great for all skin types, like I said, but it's also very, very good for drier skin. Going into the winter time, this is something I would recommend for a lot of people. It's going to give you that extra hydration that you need. And, you know, these are products, serums, you can use more than one. So you can use more than one serum. Like I said, don't overwhelm yourself. Try, you know, using one at a time, and then you can really see the results that it has behind it as well. So try one and you can always implement more, or maybe you have some that you love for the summertime and some that you love for the winter, and change it up. That's what I typically do in my routine, but I do tend to either change them up or use more than one. But if you're just starting out, just pick one. Pick one to try and stick with that for a while and see the results that you get with that. Next step is to moisturize. So moisturizing is so important, and moisturizing should not be skipped. I don't care if you have dry skin or oily skin, and I'm going to show you some alternatives that if you do have oily skin, how you can still implement this in. I feel like a lot of people with oilier skin or combination skin or in the summer do not moisturize, and it is so important because your skin still needs hydration. It wants to be balanced. You should be able to use all these different, you know, cleansing, toning and moisturizing on every skin type. But you want to do all these to make your skin balanced. That's why we're doing these all. So you want to add this. I'm going to talk about 2 different moisturizers that I personally use and love. Depending on your skin type, there are more where this came from. If you want more that are more treatment based and dive deep more into hydration, we can get there. But this first one is the Skintelligence Daily Moisture Enhancer. This is going to be good for all skin types. It carries 5 times its weight in water to hydrate skin cells. So that's huge. It's very high. It's got a lot of hydration, but it doesn't leave your face oily. It's not that heavy, and it's very light and it's very nice. And we had at the salon I work in, we had carried a line. I'm not going to say what line, but a professional line. We stopped carrying it, a very high-end line and a very expensive line in salons and spas that you see. And I had a couple clients that were bummed we didn't have it, but they said, well, what can I use instead? And this is before I opened up my studio. So this is, you know, when I wasn't picking, you know, what lines to have in. And I offered this to them. And to this day, they switched it over. It's such a cheaper price, and they absolutely love it. And it lasts them a very long time because they need barely any of it. So they truly love it. So it's going to plump up skin cells to eliminate the appearance of fine lines. So it's going to give you that plump back in, contains antioxidants, protects the skin from premature aging, and it works great under makeup. So it's not too heavy, like I was talking about, and that leaves the skin smooth and conditioned. So this is going to be awesome. If you want something that even has more hydration and rejuvenation, there's another other lines that we can get into and really give you that. But this is going to be good for most skin types, and or if you want more of that, enhancement in the moisture or going into winter time, that is great. Now for my friends who have more oily or combination skin, the Lumiere de Vie Matte Moisturizer, which is one that I use and I love. This one's almost gone. Um, this one is awesome. And it's good for all skin types. I use this on almost every bride I have, even if they don't have oily skin, because it gives this matte finish on the skin, and it's going to help throughout the day if it's humid, because I do a lot of weddings in the summer or in hot places. If it's humid or if they do end up getting sweaty, it's going to help combat that and give it that matte finish. So I love it for underneath makeup. But it's going to have all those skincare properties and reducing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, moisturizing. It's still going to have those moisturizing. So it's amazing when you put it on because it feels so soft and silky, and it feels really hydrating, but then it sets matte and your skin does not get oily throughout the day. So this is something now that I know what my skin type is and I know what to do. This is something I don't go a morning without, is the matte moisturizer, definitely in the summer. In the wintertime, when I start to see more dryness, I'm going to try to be a lot better with my exfoliation this winter. So hopefully I won't have too much dryness. But if I do, then I'll go into a more enhanced with the Skintelligence or a Lumiere. It's going to brighten the skin for a more radiant complexion, provides a subtle look and feel more refined looking skin, helps skin appear smoother and firmer, and it can also be used as a makeup primer. So this one's great too. This one goes hand in hand with the pore minimizing serum. Those two products for me, for brides, those are my two go-to, and to help the makeup last all day long. So the last step I want to talk about for you guys is something that I never implemented into my routine. I'm going to be completely honest with you because I didn't see the importance of it. And then I had a lot of life-changing things happen to me within my family and cancer and skin cancer and all different things. And I know now how important this is. And when I'm talking about this in my family, and I know I'm not the only family, my dad actually passed away from melanoma. So that is a skin cancer that he didn't know he had, and it turned and it went throughout his whole body, eventually. And I've now heard of 2 other people that this has happened to since then, close friends and their family and clients. So it's so important to educate on this piece, you guys. And if this is all you take away from tonight, I'm okay with it. And if this is what you decide to implement, this is awesome. So for me, my family, this really sat close to me, and I just ordered new SPF because I was like, I've got SPF in my foundation. I've got it in my moisturizer. I don't need any more. I do not need any more SPF. I don't need it, nothing. And now I've just learned that I do need it, and I do need to add more in. And it's not only going to help prevent against, cancers and different things like that and the rays, but it's going to help me keep my skin looking younger, which is what we all want. So it's going to help, with aging, and it's going to help brighten the skin. But it is truly important. And with my family on my dad's side, out of all the siblings, there were only, let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 out of 5 or 3 out of 5 all had skin cancer. Also my grandpa. So I mean, we're talking a lot on some type of skin cancer. So my cousins had it. Like, there's so many people in my family, and we all know people that have had cancer and probably had skin cancer. So this is so important. So I'm going to touch on a couple of the different rays on the sun and why they're different. So UVA and UVB rays are a form of ultraviolet, so UV light, that can be damaging to our skin and health. UVB are the rays that cause sunburn. So UVB are the rays that cause sunburn. UVA rays penetrate even more deeply into skin, causing early skin aging and increasing the risk of skin cancer. So the problem we're having with a lot of products is, while almost all sunscreens protect against UVB, which is the sunburn rays, they do not protect against UVA. And I'm talking about sunscreens on your face, on your body, all of it. This is something that you can look into and just educate yourself more. I think this is a big piece of education for tonight, going into the kind of wellness, I guess. UVA rays make up 90% of all UV radiation and cause more damage to the skin, so it is extremely important to protect against both types. So you want broad spectrum sunscreens. Broad spectrum sunscreens are what are going to give you protection against both UVA and UVB rays. And when I talk about facial sun screens, and honestly, what I have in my moisturizers and my foundations probably don't protect against both. They're not broad sunscreen, but they're going to give me a little bit of protection. And a little bit is better than none, right? We want a little bit, but to have broad spectrum sunscreens like the Lumiere DV Daily Brightening Broad Spectrum SPF 50 is going to protect your skin from 2 types of the harmful rays, so you are fully covered. So you want to look for something that's a broad spectrum when it comes to your face and your body. So the Lumiere DV Spectrum, this is a brand new product, you guys, so I'm learning about it. I just ordered it actually, and I'm just getting it in. So I used a different one before, but now I'm gonna be using this one. And I've heard phenomenal things about it. I guess you can put it right underneath your makeup and you barely feel like you have anything on. So most of the time when you put on sunscreen, you feel it on your face, you feel it, it's thick, it's greasy. It's not good for oily skin. This is not going to be like that. So it's going to have 4 active sunscreen ingredients to protect your skin from damaging UVA and UVB rays that can cause burning, reddening, and premature aging. It's ideal for all skin types and especially sensitive to burning, as SPF 50 provides high level protection against sunburn. So a lot of people that have sensitive skin are sensitive to the sun, but they're sensitive to products. So this is going to be good for them as well. It's going to brighten and even skin tone for a healthier, more radiant looking complexion. So you guys, not only are you going to be protecting yourself from all these rays and all these different things happening, but it's going to give you skincare benefits as well. And it's going to brighten your skin, help with the appearance of dark spots. Brightening usually will align itself with the appearance of dark spots. It's going to help protect and soothe the skin, smooth, softens, and moisturize the skin, and it's paraben free. So this probably, I would still use a moisturizer, but this can be something that if, you can kind of see how your skin reacts, but I think it's gonna be lightweight enough. You can put it right underneath your skin, but it's gonna be the best of all worlds when it comes to skincare and SPF. You're going to get everything from it. And I think that's why they reformulated and came out with this. We did have another one from another line that I was carrying. And this came out and I'm excited. I actually just ordered. I was hoping to get it by today to show you guys, but it's going to be probably coming tomorrow or whatever. But if you want to stop by the studio and check it out, I will have it there as well for you guys. So this is something that I think is not touched on enough in skincare, and it is so important, and it now lies very near and dear to me, as I've had such close family members and my dad, passing away from skin cancer, and it can be prevented. And this is one way to do it. And, our face sees a lot of that. And the other thing is, you don't want to be putting on, I'm very aware of the chemicals I'm putting on my skin and the different products I'm putting on my skin as well. So look into that and be aware of that. And that can be, just as bad as not putting anything on. So just know what you're putting on is safe and effective. That's the key for you guys. So that's it. That's where I'm going to leave you guys. That's where I've got all these different things I'm going to implement now. I'm educating myself along the way, this new SPF, and I've done the exfoliation, and I'm excited to do that. But what are the next steps for you guys? And as you're watching this, I don't care if you're watching it live on Facebook, on Zoom, or if you're watching it recorded. These are all tips you can start implementing into your routine. Some of the things that I would recommend doing is we're having the 28-day skincare challenge. So you can join this by joining our Starstruck Superstars exclusive beauty society, or if you head to Motives Cosmetics Facebook group, they will have it on there as well. But I'm implementing it at a smaller scale on my page we're going to be able to post pictures and encourage each other. And I'm going to be posting something more often than not, probably digging deep into one product a day and showing you guys what it's all about, and just giving more education and diving deeper, doing some Facebook lives and just doing some fun stuff for you guys in that group. But I utilize that Starstruck Superstars exclusive beauty group To get it more on a personal level, I use my Starstruck Artistry Facebook page, which I'm coming live from you guys on now, for, just showing what we're up to, what work we've done, and kind of keep you guys up to date. But if you really want to dive deep and learn more on the depth of our products and our services, join our group. I'm always doing tutorials and makeup lessons and everything in that group. And we're going to be showcasing the 28-day skincare challenge in there as well. The other thing is schedule a skincare consult. I can do these either virtual or in person. This is something where I just do some quick questions for you, really dive deep and talk on a deeper level and get to know you and your skin and how we can help and slowly implement things into your schedule, into your routine, I'm sorry. The other thing you can do is if you head to beautybystarstruck.com and fill out the virtual skincare analysis, that's going to, if you go to the Learn tab, it's going to be the skincare analysis in there, and it'll ask you some questions. It'll recommend some products, some beauty bundles, different things like that. Go in there, fill that out. That's a great place to start. And typically, if you fill that out, I'm going to reach out to you and we can dive deeper, and I'm going to give you some more recommendations. We can set up a time to have a full-on consult and really talk about all the products. You can ask questions. Maybe you have products you're using at home and you want to learn more about. I can't promise I know everything about every ingredient that's out there, but I can definitely point you in the right direction and get you some education there. Add a new skincare product to your regimen. If that's all you get, if it's sunscreen or the SPF, if it's just cleansing twice a day, if it's toning your skin, adding an exfoliator, a serum, whatever it is. Maybe it's just washing your face with a cleanser, a high quality cleanser, whatever that may be. Add a new product in. I really encourage you guys to do that. And that's what the 28-day skincare challenge is all about, is just by adding one new product. That's it, one new product. You're going to see, if you head to beautybystarstruck.com and click under shop and skincare, or you take the skincare analysis, you'll see that we do offer discounted skincare beauty bundles. So if you buy it in a bundle, you will get a little discount there as well, which I would highly recommend. But chat with me first or take the virtual skincare analysis so we can make sure it's the right fit. Because like I said, not all skincare, one line isn't right for everybody. And sometimes I honestly like to implement different bundles. So if that's the case, I would be more than happy to give you a discount on my end for a bundle that we customize for you. I would much rather you have the right formulation and products, even if that's from pulling from multiple different lines, and I will give you the discount on that bundle customized as well. So just reach out to me and we can get you the right fit. The last thing is, I'm going to be doing another webinar, probably more into the new year, on beauty from the inside out. And it's going to touch on why our skin does what it does on an internal level. And I notice a lot of issues with my skin coming from internal problems. If it's food I'm eating or medications or all these different things, I'm lactose intolerant and I have to take digestive enzymes and drink aloe, which I'm drinking right now, to keep my skin balanced, because if I eat, and my gut balanced as well, but if I eat too much dairy and I don't do those things, I tend to get breakouts along my chin line. So depending on what you're eating, it can pop up on your skin, and I can kind of, typically when I do talk with people, I figure out that as well and kind of put that along with their skincare routine, because health is just as important on the inside as it is on the outside of our skin. So for all of you that joined the webinar, if you are joining from Facebook and want this, please reach out to me because I can definitely send it to you, but I don't have your emails. But if I have your emails that you registered on the webinar, I will send a detailed list of all the products that we talked about tonight. Make it easy for you to add to your shopping cart and purchase online, or you can talk with me, but you will have a list of everything I talked about sent to you via email, and I will post it, if you're watching this on YouTube, in the comments or in the details as well. So I want to just jump over here quickly and check over the comments here and see if we have anything. I unfortunately can't see the comments on Facebook,